What's going on, guys? AgileGeneral here again. Today we're doing another 3v3 siege on Rome 2. So going down the faction list here, I am playing as Arverni. Molan Lave is Kush over here, is my ally. And then way over here on the far side, we have Egypt here, played by Jose Lopez Scavalcanto. Alright, so super long name, and I definitely butchered it, I'm sure, so sorry about that. But our opponents here, we have the Assassinates, which are not part of the original Rome 2 factions. They are a DLC faction, but that's fine. Played by Traxavenir. Go with that. I'm just going to call him Trax, or the Assassinates. And then we have Pontus over here, played as Shaggy, and Sparta played as Scoopy. So we'll get it going here, and you can see already he's trying to shoot. Pontus and Assassinates are trying to shoot their artillery at my siege towers here, moving up. I was pretty lucky to have this forest here to hide a lot of my units, and I did have a cav unit hit over here, and Egypt had some light camel spearmen cavalry over here in the forest that was hidden, and he also had some Galatian swords hidden over here in the forest. So the reason he did that is so that we could watch the gates coming out this way, and this gate over here coming out. Again, they're just trying to shoot some arty at my guys on the siege towers here, which I wasn't too concerned about. I did start to move units over to the right flank over here, as Egypt warned me that there was some cav from the Assassinate player coming out here, and I just couldn't see them, and I'm not sure why. I suppose it was just the field of view or something. But so really over here, Pontus is squaring up against Kush. Assassinates are scoring up against me as Arverni, and Sparta was scoring up against Egypt. If you guys like sieges, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and you can hit that little bell notification too, that way you know when I upload. Got a bunch more Rome 2 stuff coming up here, and I'm getting some more people involved with it, so we can start pumping out some more higher quality battles coming here. A lot of my battles that I do are actually from randos, so it does take me quite a while to record some of these battles, because a lot of times they quit early when they start to lose, which sucks, but oh well. So here we were able to find Assassinate player's cav, which is actually one of his general units. If you can see, Zayden Immortals. I butchered that name too, but that's fine. And then Savaran Cavalry. Here I charged in. I activated my Frenzy Charge there, and I'm just trying to pin him down. And Egypt is bringing up his light camels to try to get him to hit the enemy's cav in the back there. Over here I'm bringing up my general. I'm not sure where this cav ranks at on the Assassinate roster as far as like their tier level, but they were very easy targets for even my heavy horse here, so not great cav. And to send out only 2 units, including his general, I didn't think was the greatest plan ever for a sally out. But here you can see also Kush bringing over some more Kushite Royal Cavalry, Kushite Royal Guard, which is Royal Cav. And then I'm bringing over my spears around this way, and here the Assassinate player sees that he's clearly getting outnumbered, so he tries to run his cav away. Luckily, a lot of his units getting caught by Egypt's camel spearmen here. And then I try running my spears up this way to try to cut them off. Of course, they are just footmen, so they're not very fast, but never a bad idea to try a sally out, but if you're gonna bring, just 2 units of cav, including your general, think he was trying to hide it here for later. But luckily, Egypt was smart and hid his cav over here, so we were able to see exactly where they were hiding at in the trees. So again, Egypt's camels right on the heels of the Persians. Actually, a volley coming in there. I think killing more of his own units than anything from the Sassanid player. Yeah, here he's trying to get his archers to shoot in, these royal archers. Sassanids do look really cool though. And they just look awesome. But looks don't win you fights, so. Over here, just trying to chase this one back into the city. Get it out of here. And then this, the general, was what we were trying to focus on. And I believe we actually killed, I should turn those notifications back on. I believe we actually did kill the enemy general back here somewhere. And Assassin player really just trying to focus down our cav now with archers. Pontus trying to use his onager here, or onager to focus down some of the cav, but at this point we didn't really care because it's an enemy general off the field. I mean, like, as one of the first units gone. So I had mostly Oathsworn in my army, one unit of Naked Warriors. The funds were pretty high on this battle. I assume the Assassin player was the host here. And so I'm sure that he wanted to bring his coolest looking units as a DLC faction, like these Immortals. And they do look cool, but so everybody brought pretty high tier troops. Here Kush doing a great job with artillery coming in. Boom! Down to 113 men already from that one giant flaming ball coming in. So here we defeated the Assassin general, starting to pull his cav back, pulling this infantry up. Just trying to get it close to the walls so they can't really focus it with artillery. And more Pontus, or more Kush artillery coming in. Over on the other side, we have Egypt, who has already landed. They're coming in with Galatian Royal Guard, and Sparta kind of giving up some of the walls here to form his hoplite walls in the back. But here he has Perioikoi hoplites. They're faced sideways to the Galatian Royal Guard. Now he's moving up to try to take back his walls here. But again, Egypt doing awesome. I always try to stress really being aggressive with taking the walls and getting your men up there. If you send in one unit at a time, they're going to get killed by the defenders. Pretty much a guarantee, so. We did manage to chase that cav back inside the city again. And my siege towers are just about up to the walls, along with Kush's siege towers that are just about up to the walls here. You can see Pontus here with gold chevron on these hoplites. Again, DLC factions, really cool. Not always balanced for the vanilla factions from Rome 2. When I clicked on my Oathsworn, you can see, I guess you can't see it on here, but when you click on a unit and then you hover over an enemy unit while you're in game, you can kind of see their threat level, and pretty much all of his infantry were green compared to mine, which is like a very low threat level. So here, Egypt fighting to take these walls from Sparta. Sparta, always a tough nut to crack. Got Royal Spartans here. And Egypt firing in volleys from his archers onto these. Perioikoi Pelt is melting them down completely here. 4 men left. Doing an awesome job. Egypt really pushing hard over here. I kept my one cav stationed in the woods over here just in case he would try coming back out around, or I could spot them. And I also kept my spears over here. I am starting to come up on the walls now, and he is using his Sassanid Royal Archers to great effect here. He's only killed one guy here, 2 guys now, but they are pretty deadly archers here. Cover over them. Pretty deadly archers there. So You have pretty nice armor actually too for an archer at 40. So here he's moving up his immortal army. And Pontus really trying to hold two flanks here. Right here and then over here. And Kush is taking full advantage of that and splitting his army up. Now, typically, you don't want to split your army up, but Kush is kind of an exception to a lot of rules. So here I was trying to move my guys up along this buildings here so that I can get out of their missile fire. You can see they're starting to really take effect on my guys, and you're really starting to melt my naked warriors here. They don't have very much armor. Well, they don't have any armor besides their helmet and their shield, so. But I'm really pouring onto the walls now. Again, trying to be super aggressive. I wasn't super concerned about his infantry, but I still wanted to have all the guys that I could left. My poor naked warriors getting shot down. So over here, I did see that there was a little hole here coming through. You gotta always watch for that stuff. The developers are kind of cheeky like that sometimes, and putting this in here just to be able to sneak up. So he did see it though. Good counter move by the Assassinate player there. And he's going to come up here and counter my Oathsworn with his immortal infantry. And I'm definitely going to have a hard fight over here, as it is an uphill battle for me. So over here, Kush fully engaged with Pontus. And he should do fairly well in that fight. On this side, Egypt pushed Sparta back. I mean, very quickly. They did great with their archers. Over here, they're still attacking Sparta. Sparta was fairly spread out, and I'm not really sure why he was doing that, but Egypt did great, and he's still chucking in. Look at all those javelins. Honestly, a little bit of a waste, but I mean, he did get rid of that one Spartan unit there. So here, Spartan pikemen and Royal Spartan setting up to block off that pass. And you can see over here on our side again, I'm starting to bring over some Oathsworn to help my Kush ally break through this middle advance here. My naked warrior is retreating. And then I saw another opportunity here to push through right here. I wasn't actually pulling my units through. This is a hole right here that my opponent forgot about. Didn't have sealed up, so I went straight back for these archers, and he saw it, and it was fine for me if this unit gets surrounded because now he's got all these units back to me. And here comes a nice Javi toss in there. I'm bringing another unit of Oathsworn through there. I'm just trying to get my archers up on the walls right now, along with my remaining infantry. On the other side, again, Egypt still just killing off these remaining Spartan hoplites. In Galatian Royal Guard, awesome unit here. We'll look at their stats. 53 melee attack, 45 weapon damage, 71 melee defense, and 75 armor, and a 32 charge bonus. So overall, an awesome unit. And Egypt did have some African war elephants here as well too, which was nice. Over here, something that I did not see right away, he actually had a battering ram hidden in the woods here. I'm pretty sure I thought that was like a little cabin or something in the woods. I'm not sure what I was thinking there, but yeah, he's got a battering ram for this gate over here. That was good. Here you can see Kush and I push through this middle, and Pontus is pulling back this way. This opens up this flank nicely, forcing the Assassin player to pull back here pretty quickly. I was popping Headhunt off quite a bit here, which was just eating through a lot of their immortals. Not doing terrible though. He had a lot of archers in there shooting my guys too. Over here, still fighting on this little hill. Getting a hard fight for my guys, even with archer support. Typically, I don't like to use archers unless it's for enemy pikes or enemy archers, but that's fine. I wanted to win this flank here and gain control of this hill over here. And the Sassanid player kind of recommitting here to this front again, pushing back up this way, and then over here, stretching a little bit thin on his flank. He's pushing up units to try to hold off Kush and I over here. And then you can see the Kush player pushing into Pontus. They did have a nice little trap set up right here, though, where they were able to shoot in their archers at the backs of these guys. I guess kind of the flanks of these guys. Awesome on their part. And Pontus really just getting, kind of starting to get surrounded over here. You can see Egypt now just about to break these final Spartans over here on this side. And really just getting all their units up on the walls, same as I am. Up here, Egypt being awesome, taking a bunch of the towers. Something I didn't really focus on. I felt like I didn't have quite as much time as Egypt, but... And then Egypt also bringing up his battering ram to take out this gate over here. I'll have to mute my Discord messages. Just hanging out in the Pope's Discord there, so... If you guys haven't checked out his channel, make sure to go over and check out all his content too. He does some awesome Total War replays. He's a really cool dude. Make sure you go over there and check out his channel as well. Here you can see we're trying to fight back through Pontus, but we're getting rained on by missiles. Which honestly, I saw it, and I thought, well, that's fine, because I'd rather have them waste their missiles on, like, I guess our basic infantry than be saving them for, like, you know, our pikes or our horses or our elephants or our missile units. So here I'm bringing up another unit of Oathsworn, trying to push through these last little bit of immortals. You guys were kind of annoying me a little bit over here now. I'm here, the Sassanid player, pulling all the way back to the center. And really, Pontus just kind of being left out here to die, honestly. I mean, they're holding good. Pontus is doing a good job out here at holding Kush back. Kush is not an easy faction to fight against. So, the fact that Pontus is doing this good is good on his part. I'm starting to run my cav around over here to this flank because really the only gate that we're going to have control of is this one that was just taken down by Egypt. So they do have deployable set up here. That's fine too. Again, Egypt bringing his elephants around to go on this gate here. And Egypt really just setting up his units for the final push here. Finally breaking this one Sassanid unit over here. Immortals. There they go. And I was able to finally take this entire flank over here. So, Sparta all the way retreated back here. And Egypt setting up. I'm bringing my units around this way to set up for the final push as well. Again, you can only really come into this center point through this way or through this way. They have nice choke points there. But luckily, a lot of the barbarian settlements that you're doing sieges on don't have, like, awesome fortifications, obviously. So they're a lot more open. Like here, I'm able to use my archers, which I have in a terrible blob right now. Luckily, Gallic hunters are able to hide when they're not shooting, so that's nice. He's got his guys blobbed up too. Then Egypt's just breaking down this gate right here. Or capturing it, I guess I should say. And see Sparta throwing throwing their javies and shooting their missiles at Egypt. But again, Egypt with the overwhelming missile fire. It's really focusing down one. You just look at it melt. Didn't really stand a chance there. Sparta really moving up his units, trying to... sorry, the Sassanids moving up his units, trying to hold this position from my force that's coming up here is the Arverni. Here you can see Pontus did win this little fight right here because of his missile units. Here he left some bronze shield pikemen out. I saw that. Started shooting at him with my archers. Got him down to 106 from 120 now. 105 now. I was happy with that. Any chance I get to get some free shots on pikes is nice. You can see Kush over here still just fighting away against Pontus. Getting some nice arrow volleys in there too. Instead of banging on your shield, dude, you should go in there and attack. That's okay. Still activating Headhunt over here, trying to space it out for Headhunt. I'm trying to let it cool down before I charged in. Here you can see the Sassanid player trying to get his Immortals into the back of Egypt's archers over here, but Egypt seeing it. We had some great communication going on in this battle. And I told him that, you know, they were coming around this way. He definitely reacted quickly to it and was able to stop them and get his pikes up here. His pikes aren't down, which now they are, but I believe it was at this point that the Spartan player left the battle. And just for future, please do not leave matches, even if you're losing. First off, matches can turn so quickly. Yeah, the balance of power is in our favor here, in the attacker's favor. But this match could still turn around here. I mean, I've seen it go crazy directions before. And just to leave like that is really just being a poor sport. And I'm not trying to, like, call this dude out, but I'm going to be honest, like, when people leave, I mean, you do tend to remember their names more, and you're like, oh, okay, like, are you gonna leave again in this match if you get teamed up with them again? So please do not leave early in matches, even if you're losing. I know it sucks to lose, and everybody wants to win. There's really no consequence for leaving, but it just sucks for your teammates. That's my spiel on that. So again, I was fine with sending in these Oathsworn here to distract these archers. I'm fine with that. I'm cutting down a lot of his archers with mine right now, so I'm completely fine with that. Again, Egypt still just using his archers, his missiles over here, which actually mercenary Rhodian slingers really going to town now. Slingers are kind of underrated in this game, I feel. I did bring my cav in the gates over here, got some nice charges in on some of the assassins that were trying to flank around, I believe. Help out Pontus. Egypt has his Galatian swords and his elephants inside now, and I'm bringing more cav in. Here, Egypt lining up his Hellenic Royal Guard, ready to move in on the Spartans. Who, keep in mind, are now AI controlled. That's why they're not bringing up any of these guys. Really a shame. Again, 2 heroes of Sparta back here, plus a Royal and Spartan Pikemen, and all these units, and he just left the match. I mean, really, you're in the key point right here. I mean, this is where Sparta thrives, is in these choke points. And I mean, he could have done great work, but he left instead, so. Over here, Kush just mopping up the rest of Bronze Shield Pikemen. Here he's charged straight into the front of him, but it's fine because it's keeping him occupied. I'm starting to send in missile volleys now to take out the back of these pikemen, and we're about to break these eastern archers so I can bring in my Oathsworn. He's also bringing his Kushite Royal Cav to help charge into the back of a bunch of these units too. Now on this flank over here, Egypt really pushing in against Sparta. I'm bringing up my Oathsworn just to get some nice Javi tosses in there on him. And Egypt pushing through on this side as well. And then in the back here, Egypt brought up his elephants. I didn't know if they were going to go berserk or not, so I pulled my cav back just in case they did. So they would only be killing his units. You can see here Egypt's African war elephants. Look how fast their numbers go up, just trampling enemies. Already up to 150. Look at those numbers just climb up there. 153 now, just running through. Not even really staying to fight, just running through enemy units up to 153 kills already. And he's bringing them over here. Stomp down on these, on all these Spartans that are holding the line. Over here, Archer Tower's helping us out. I decided to pull my cav back for the time being. And Kush bringing up just some throwaway, you know, archers that are out of ammo and his artillery crew just to kind of help on this little flank over here. Pontus left the match at this point, which was fine because they were dead, pretty much dead completely, yeah. So I don't care if you leave and you don't have any units left, whatever, that's on you. If you don't want to watch to the end of the match and see how your team is doing, still think you're kind of a bad sport if you don't stick around, but I get that some of these battles take a long time. But here, awesome job by Egypt by pushing through and really being able to take out Sparta quickly. Kush and I now bringing up our forces over here, and then Egypt and I bringing up our forces from this flank, and we're pretty much just gonna pin these Spartan units in place here. Again, this is the last of assassin units over here, and I charged my cav in just to hold them in place so they couldn't close the gates on me. And you can see that their morale was so low because of their army losses. And then really just trying to mop up what's left of Sparta here. So overall, a really good fight here. It was a good match. I don't think anyone was too bad of a sport in this match. It would be nice if people wouldn't leave early. Again, that's on them. And so, good work to my teammates here, and really being super aggressive and having overall great communication. Again, in the beginning of the fight, killing that enemy general that was coming this way, to just warning each other about, you know, units trying to flank and that sort of thing. So here in the middle, I'm just trying to shoot down some of these remaining Spartan units. Get my volleys coming in, and we're pretty much just overwhelming the enemy Spartan units here. If you guys like Rome 2 battles, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and you can take that little bell notification too if you want to see whenever my videos pop up. And yeah, I mean, it's a costly victory, but overall a super fun one. So we'll go into the end screen here. So looking at the end screen, you can see again all the names of the players here. We'll take a look at my units first here, I guess. Again, my archer's not doing terrible. My Oathsworn really cutting through a lot of the enemy Sassanid units. And then we'll go up here to Egypt. His elephants, again, 288 kills. You can see how much they really just mop up the enemy units there in such a short amount of time. And his Cretan archers doing pretty good. 2 units here. His Galatian Royal Swords doing good overall. And his pikes doing good. So here, Kush, we can see his archers doing good. He did get 68 kills with his artillery. Could be more for how much an African giant ballista costs, but overall not bad. At least he didn't lose it from a sally out or something really quickly. Cav not doing terrible either, and then his armored showtail warriors, 243, 208. Again, Kush, an awesome faction. On the enemy team here, we have Scoopy of Sparta, and his archers really not doing much. Really overall his unit's not doing a lot. Again, if you're gonna play Sparta, just a hint of advice. A lot of times, try to be more of a support guy. You know, try to help out with holding. Like if Sparta would have swapped with Shaggy here as Pontus or something like that, where they could have had melee infantry to support them. Sparta is a really tough nut to crack in that sense. Here, the Assassin player. You can see again his unit cards are different because he's a DLC faction. His Immortal's not doing terrible. Let's see here. His Archer's doing average too, I'd say. Overall, yeah, not terrible, not fantastic. Again, DLC factions not really balanced. Sometimes they're very strong against vanilla factions, and sometimes they're kind of underwhelming against vanilla factions. So, and then here, finally, Shaggy has Pontus. His Archer's doing pretty good here. And then his Hoplite's holding good. His Bronze Shield Pikeman did pretty good on 137 kills. And then pretty average for the rest of his units. So overall, awesome battle. Enjoyed playing it. Well done to everyone who played in this battle. Thank you to the Assassin player for sticking around here. Again, I believe he was the host. But staying to the end of the fight and being a good sport about it is really, really nice and helpful to everyone involved in the match. And again, if you guys want to see more of it, make sure you leave a like. Thanks for watching. Later.